Sometimes it's the tiniest things that can turn an ordinary day into something special, like forgetting your lines.
From the smell of freshly baked pan de sal to a simple good morning from a stranger. These small joys may be simple, but they pack a big smile in our hearts.
And today, let's reminisce about these small things. So get ready for a good morning because this is GM2U.
Alright, and welcome back to GM2U. How many episodes are we in? I don't even know.
This is the 12th.
This is the... Wow, okay.
Yeah.
We've hit a dozen episodes, so thank you to everybody who's been watching and listening to our podcast. So for today's episode, which is why I started with thank yous, is we're talking about moments that make us smile.
Wow.
So, like for me, honestly, like one of the biggest things is to be able to provide content like this, it always puts a smile on my face when I'm able to share all the things that I've experienced in life, both good and bad, of course. You can't have the good with the bad without the bad. I guess one thing that would always put a smile on my face, and we will be discussing this later, as in any of the GM2U episode, is food.
yeah,
Like one of
that's the number one thing in life.
exactly. Like one of those moments or like experiences where you're down or out or you're just frustrated, and then someone just comes along with like, hey, here's some food, here's a snack, here's a drink. Like it just
Yeah. That's very Filipino coded. They're gonna ask
Exactly.
you, kumain ka na? Have you eaten?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And that's also me too, just because, like growing up, I was taught to be, to always share my blessings. So I would say the biggest thing, aside from getting food, is also sharing my blessings. So, I would say a story that I always like to tell that puts a smile on my face is, I think, no. I'm just gonna go back to the story that we mentioned a few episodes back about me ordering a lot of food in the pandemic.
Yeah.
Where I was able to help that food panda driver. Like where he'd take me, and we even took a photo together. I remember because he was just so grateful, for me ordering food. So, like I said, like I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know if I should, be happy that I'm able to help others, but I don't know if I should also be a little bit sad or guilty because I keep ordering food instead of,
Oh,
actually
it's the
cooking food.
pandemic. We can forgive that. Yeah.
How about you? Is there like a personal story for you, Stephen, that, it's just small, unexpected, that brightened your day, that put a smile on your face?
Yeah, there's actually two of them.
Oh.
The first one was
It's
during-
RG. The second one is me.
Okay, let's end the show. See you tomorrow. Yeah, besides you two, oh, by the way, where's the third host? Again, speaking of,
He's still eating his senior Pedro. So,
anyway,
you know.
yeah, there's the first two that comes to mind is RJ and Miguel. But these other two people who I don't know, made my day was number one, was the puto vendor. So for our international audience, puto, or it's a small rice cake, it's being
Yes.
sold in the streets. So there's this person who brings a tub of puto
Yeah.
and he roams around. I remember when I was a child, I used to like this purple colored puto. So this he's an elderly man. I think he's around 70 years old at that time.
Oh
He
wow.
always knew that I will buy. So he would give me extra.
Ah.
Extra purple puto plus some kutsinta. So it's another variant of a rice cake. It's color
Right.
brown. And he will add more shaved coconut. So
Ooh.
so that
That's
was
always good.
yeah, that's always good. With no extra charge. So breakfast was all every time we will have puto and kutsinta for breakfast and there will be additionals. That would be a wonderful breakfast for me. So you see, as Miguel has mentioned, food is what unites us too.
Yes.
So see how my story is also about food. And actually, the second one is also about food because this person is someone that until now I don't know her name. I don't know where she is or who she is, but she is my seatmate during the college entrance exam. So if you remember a few episodes back, I was talking about my college entrance exam experience where someone was eating fish.
Right.
The
Paksiw.
paksiw, yeah,
Yep.
during the entrance exam. So this is not her. So this is the seatmate on my other side. She knew that I didn't bring a snack. I just brought a bottle of juice. So I don't know. She kind of figured out because it was already 1 p.m. and I haven't brought out any snacks yet for myself. So I think she kind of figured out that I'm kind of hungry. So for those who are not aware, this college is the state college. So you take
Right.
the exam at 7 a.m. and it ends at around 3:30 or 4 p.m.
Right. It's a whole day
It's a
exam.
whole day. Yeah, it's a whole day exam. So you need to bring your food and your snacks. But at that time, I really felt nervous, so I didn't bring any food. So this seatmate, I think she was noticing. She offered me food. So she offered me rice cake and she offered
That's
me
sweet.
some sweets. Yeah.
And that's how Stephen
No.
met his wife. No, I'm
No,
kidding.
no, no.
That's how I met your mother.
I wish.
Oh my gosh. But definitely like those stories, like again, I mean, how the first time I met in person Stephen and RG was also through food. Remember we went to
How was it
Korean
through
barbecue
food? I thought it was through your former teacher.
I said in person. In person.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Yeah. In person, we went to go and eat Korean barbecue with
Yeah.
with that former teacher
Yeah.
that we don't talk about
And
anymore.
strangers.
That we don't talk about anymore. But yeah, like I think like it really like for a lot of people like food really does bring us together. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter, you know, like whether a snack or a drink or a full meal, you know, just being able to, you know, like bring someone somewhere or bring someone some food, you know, it just brings a smile to your face. But aside from that, you know, at the end of the day, it's about doing a random act of kindness. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember the movie, what was it? Evan Almighty.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, with was it Steve Carell?
Yeah.
No, not what was it? Steve?
Yeah,
it
correct,
was Steve
correct,
Carell.
correct.
Yeah, it was Steve Carell, and like at the end of it, like Morgan Freeman, was talking about doing a random act of kindness, which is, if anyone who remembers the movie, it's about basically Noah's Ark. So a random act of kindness is ARK. So it's the ark. So like it's Sunday, just a little bit of Bible story there, but basically. For a lot of people, like whether you do it or you receive whatever random act of kindness it is, it definitely puts a smile on your face.
Actually, for the world, for people today, it's hard to do that because the world is very noisy. So it's noisy outside. It's also noisy at home.
Right.
And your personal life is also noisy. You feel that you are being taken advantage of by different people, different situations.
Yeah.
You feel that your life is so unworthy of things. So it's hard to really radiate a random act of kindness yourself.
Yes.
Right?
That
so
is true.
if you can, if you're someone who is able to give that random act of kindness, that would be great. Because it just won't make someone's day. Maybe you'll give them a shift in their perspective in life.
If you do that random act of kindness, remember, a random act of kindness that you do will always come back to you. So, just put out that
Really?
karma.
Oh my!
Okay. The
I
bitterness is
didn't
coming
know
back.
that.
Oh my gosh. All right. Let's reel it back into the good stuff,
Okay.
not the bitterness. All right, on this next segment of Good Morning to You, and it's everybody's favorite segment, What's on Your Plate. So today on What's on Your Plate, we're going to be talking about your feel-good comfort foods.
Yeah.
I mean, I mentioned it all the time before. For me, my comfort food is always going to be dim sum, dumplings. It's always going to be that shawmai, shark's fin, hargao or hakao.
Yeah.
All of those, xiaolong bao, oh my god, all of those will always be my comfort food. It's when I see that, like bamboo steamer that Chinese restaurants bring out, like it's like today's gonna be a good day, like when you see your comfort food, it just feels like that, like today's gonna be a good day. How about you? What's your favorite comfort food?
So we'll
comfort
just
food?
gift you a bamboo steamer.
Yes, please.
Yeah, that's all.
Or,
the bamboo steamer.
yeah, no dim sum. Just the bamboo steamer.
Yeah, so my feel good comfort food. So there's two of them.
Okay.
Depends on the mood. So the first one is anything with tomato sauce.
Yeah, I remember the spaghetti from our
With
previous
lycopene.
episode with lycopene.
Don't forget the lycopene. Yeah.
If you wanna know what that is, watch our previous episode.
Yeah. So anything with tomato sauce will make my day. The second one would be my most favorite. It's ground beef, sauteed with onion and garlic, and then you put diced potatoes, peas, what else? Kernel corn and chopped carrots.
So basically, giniling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not if you're familiar with arroz a la cubana, that's not it. It's a different, it has,
Right.
that one has tomato sauce, but this is specifically just, ginisang giniling. So
Right.
it's not, it's just seasoned with salt and pepper, and you eat
Right.
it, you top it on hot rice.
Yes.
That will
sounds
give
amazing.
you comfort.
Honestly, yeah, like, and then you have Because I know Aras Alcobana has like that fried banana
Yeah.
or fried plantain on the side. Like
Yeah.
even with the ginisang giniling,
Yeah. Yeah.
that sounds amazing. Like as a
Yeah.
breakfast, it's like a breakfast meal. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. And then with coffee or hot chocolate. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my God. Oh my gosh. That sounds amazing. I would say like one of the most common comfort food for a lot of people is, or well, not specific, not a specific food item, but something more general. But it's desserts. Like a lot of people enjoy desserts. Like when they get that, when they get their favorite dessert, just brings instant joy to their face. Like like you see someone who loves ice cream. It's just like ice cream. Like I remember my late uncle. His favorite is always eat ice cream after his dinner, and you literally, because he was sick, so just seeing his face light up when he sees his ice cream at the end of his meal for dinner is just, it's just something that's like, it's just really something that makes your heart feel light, just seeing other people smile and enjoy the food that they're eating is just, I don't know, it just feels really good.
Because you see them enjoying the moment, especially if, like you said, there are people going through difficult times, like their sickness, there's
Right.
something that happened at work, and you treat them for
Yeah.
food or for dinner, for lunch. You see them light up, they open up. That's something that, you give that to that person
Right.
for them to smile. So it's actually more than the food itself.
Yes.
Well, given that you brought them to a very tasty restaurant,
That is true.
yeah,
That is true.
But if you bring them to something that has a slow service, rowdy
Yeah.
managers, I don't know if that will make them smile.
No. That would just add to the frustration, yeah.
Yeah.
So welcome back to GM2Me, where we get your questions in the evening and we answer them the following morning like true procrastinators. All right. So for our question for today, it comes from Kay, who's 30 years old from Quezon City. All right. So I'm guessing Kay is a Kay.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Kate's question is, hi, GM2U. I've been listening to your podcast during my morning commute, and it always puts me in a good mood before work. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's already, putting a smile on our faces. Lately, I've been thinking about what little things instantly make my day better. Good question. Or good thoughts. For me, it's when my favorite song randomly plays on the radio. Or when I get that perfect first sip of coffee in the morning. Sounds amazing. I wonder if I should start noticing and appreciating more of these small moments. What do you think? Honestly, yes. For everybody, we need to... I think I mentioned this in a previous episode of our podcast, that one of my favorite leads... or favorite managers I've ever had always say to me, you gotta smell the roses. Because if you don't, life will leave you behind.
Oh yeah.
What he means there is that, like if you don't, just pause and just enjoy the small things. At the end of the, at the end of the day, it's always the small things. So if you don't pause and just, enjoy the small things, like, as you said, for you, it's like when your favorite song randomly plays on the radio or your first sip of coffee, yeah, if you don't get to enjoy those things, then your life is gonna be so dull. It's gonna be so sad. You're gonna be like Stephen with his akala. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, but
But
it actually sucks for people. Like for me, I can relate to her. It actually sucks for people who are always preoccupied by the harshness of the reality
that is true.
or the problems of life.
Yeah.
Maybe because we are, people like me or her are people who like to resolve things immediately so that we can continue on
fair.
appreciating the more beautiful things in life. But
Right.
but what I'm getting from Migs is you should stop. Even if life is hard, you should stop.
Yes.
Just stop. No, joke.
Just stop.
Just stop breathing, stop looking. No.
Stop.
You stop. You just stop and what did you say? Smell the roses, touch
Smell
the
the
roses, whatever. There's roses. Yeah, but actually, I can totally relate to her. Yeah, when her favorite song randomly plays on there. Oh, me when I hear my random song on the radio or on Spotify when it's on a shuffle.
Right.
But also me when I have a problem during that time, I just pause the freaking song. I like, don't be happy right now. You still have a problem. But yeah, I get what Mix is trying to say because life will really eat you up
Yes.
if you don't stop
will.
and smell and look and touch the roses.
Touch by touch.
Touch by touch.
There you go. I forgot how it's.
Skin to skin.
But just going back,
Yeah.
I also get, like when you said that, when you're frustrated or when you're angry or mad, it's hard. It's hard to just, take a pause and, realize, the stuff around you. Which I would like to say that it's valid. It's totally valid for you to feel like that just because, in life, everything's a balance. Like, you gotta have the good with the bad, like I said earlier. And the thing is, if you're frustrated, you just gotta feel it. You just gotta roll with the emotion. You just gotta feel it, let it pass, and then that's when you take a pause and, smell the roses.
And don't
At the end
forget
of
to wish bad for the others. No.
No. Again, let's try to put out good karma out there.
Again, I only heard karma.
I guess that's where taking a pause also adds an effect too, just because at the end of the day, you can only control what you can control. If it's other people, definitely you can't control them. If it's things or experiences that are, unexpected, you can't really control that. So what can you control, the only things that you can control is your thoughts, the words you say, the actions that you do. So, like, of course, life right now is just too fast. Like, it just, like, it literally, like, goes by, like, a snap. And it just feels a lot when it's in those moments. But that's why, like, pausing is such a big thing. Like, even just talking, having pauses makes your point more solid. It's more, people will literally feel like the point that you're trying to get across is more validated just because you take your pauses. It's a psychological thing, I think. I forgot the name of the influencer, but he's a public speaker and he teaches people how to speak in public. I forgot his name. But his thing is if you try to talk slowly and do pauses, people will gravitate to your words more than, like someone speaking like this, like it's too fast, like you don't understand. So, like compared to that to how I'm talking right now, it's a lot more easier to digest. It's a lot more easier to listen to. So it's the same way, like pausing and just enjoying the small moments is very, very important. I would say just because, again, life is about the small things. It's all about the small things. I would say, yes, try to start noticing more of those small moments, whether your favorite song is playing, that first sip of coffee that you mentioned, a smile that you got from a coworker or a friend or a family member or your crush. That's always gonna put a smile on your face.
Yeah. While walking on the tracks of the MRT because it bumped down again. Yeah.
Anyway, that's for our episode today. I'm Miguel.
And I'm Stephen.
And we'll see you again the next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.